Hi, I'm Adam. This is my metal detector. This is a Nel Tornado search coil. Fancy. That's the beach. Welcome to D-Tekt Sussex. Hello D-Tekkers, thanks for joining me for another week on the beach for another beach hunt. As you heard in the introduction, I've got myself a new search coil for my Garrett Ace 250. This is the Nel Tornado. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. Firstly, thank you to everyone who's subscribed in the last week. You're very, very welcome to the channel. And if anyone's new here, you know where the subscribe button is, you're very welcome to click it and make sure you get videos from me every single week as I go out with my metal detector. So let's have a closer look at the Nel Tornado and maybe compare it to the old one, and you can see the differences. Okay, so here are the two coils. On the left we've got the stock coil. This is the one that comes with the Garrett Ace 250 when you buy it straight out of the box. On the right we've got the Nel Tornado, which is my new coil. I fitted that on this week and I'm looking forward to giving that a try out on the beach today. So in a search coil for a metal detector there are two metal coils. One is a transmitter and one is a receiver. So the transmitter sends out the electromagnetic field and the receiver picks up any distortions in that field which is caused by metal in the ground. So on this one, the stock coil, this is a concentric coil. That means the two coils are one inside the other. So the outside coil here is the transmitter and the inside coil here is the receiver. And what that gives you is sort of an ice cream cone shaped field. So as you're swinging around, the field itself goes down into a point towards the bottom. And that just means that you can have something underneath the coil at the front, and if it's deep enough, you'll still miss it. On the Nel Tornado, it's what's known as a 2D or a double D coil. And the reason for that is the two coils, transmitter and receiver, are both the same size and they are D-shaped. So you can see there's one here, goes down this side and then round the outside, and this one round the outside and then straight up on this side. And you can tell that they overlap a little. And that's important. I don't understand the full physics behind it, so you'll have to forgive me on that. But basically the net result is, rather than having a cone that comes down from the full coil, you get a blade of a field that comes out from this central part here in between where they overlap. And what that means is also you don't get the coning effect so much. So the field is pretty much straight down. So it's a fairly flat, narrow field. It goes very, very deep because it's bigger coils, more power. So it goes a lot deeper than the concentric, and it stays straight and wide for longer. So hopefully we'll be finding some deeper stuff. It does mean I'll probably be upgrading my sand scoop at some point soon for something a little bit bigger and heftier, so look out for that in the coming weeks. Right, that's enough for that. That's the science bit. Let's get on and see how the Nel Tornado does on the beach today. Okay, so obviously I'm brand new to the coil, so settings wise I'm just using my usual settings, so all metal, no discrimination at all, sensitivity's down 2. And I'm just going to treat the coil exactly the same way as I treat my old coil, and yeah, just see how it goes. I may adjust those settings as we go, but yeah, we'll see. It feels a lot more balanced, I think, because it's white, it's lighter. Oh, there's a signal there. Okay, let's give that a little dig and see what's in it. Okay, alright, it's first find of the day. Just a little bit of aluminium, but it's a tiny bit of aluminium. Very small. That was coming out quite loud and proud on the new coil. Interesting because it's a blade style sort of magnetic field rather than a cone. It's actually quite hard to figure out where the item is front and back to the coil. You know, left and right it's fine because it'll pick it up somewhere along that line, but yeah, I'm finding it a little bit difficult sort of up and down, whereas with a concentric you can pretty much pinpoint it to the centre of the coil. So yeah, a bit of practice needed there, I think, but there we are, first find, off to the next. Okay, just another little bit of aluminium, but another example of what I was just talking about. If I go back down to the hole, so there's the hole, there's the spoils, it came out in the spoil, and I was just looking for it, and I was sort of looking down this area, moving the coil over top, looking down this area, and it was actually up there, sort of turn the camera up here. So I was looking down here, thinking that's where it was, but it was actually up there. And again, that's just because the field goes all the way top to bottom of the coil. So yeah, I need to come up with a way of compensating for that, I think. But yeah, another bit of aluminium. Found it nice and clear, so yeah, working well. Okay, another bit of aluminium, bringing it a bit higher this time. I've literally only moved about 10 meters since I did the intro, so yeah, this coil is definitely picking up more stuff, or certainly seems to be. Okay, another bit of aluminium. Now, I haven't said this before today, but I have actually done this beach before, not that long ago, so the fact that I'm picking these up is remarkable. They must have been here last time, or at least somewhere on the beach, even if they've moved around a little bit. So yeah, still haven't moved very far. The tide is coming in. I've only got a few hours this morning to be down here, so a bit restricted on the time I could come down, so I couldn't come down at low tide, although I would like to give this a try on the sand at some point. Okay, that's the first ring pull of the day. So I'm basically digging everything that's coming up as something that's not definitely iron. Anything that's above the bottom, I'm going to give it a dig today just to get used to the coil. I better move that way, the water's coming in. There we are, moving on. More alley, moving on. More. Next. And still more. Okay, another ring pull. Okay, so just found a signal. It was tickering all over the place, including jumping straight down to the bottom. And I thought to myself, that's a metal iron rusty ring, that is. Ta-da! Okay, heard it. Thought ring pull. Guess what? Ring pull! Okay, it's another ring pull. Now you've seen the number of targets I've dug up and shown you. And as with all my videos, everything I find and dig up, I show you to the camera. I've literally been here about 40 minutes. I know they've all been bits of aluminium and ring pull, but I've been here 40 minutes and I found that amount of stuff with the Nel Tornado. So yeah, cool. Moving on. This beach shall henceforth be known as Aluminium Beach. Okay, first find that's a little bit different is this. I don't know if it's brass or copper. No, it'd be brass. Not sure what it's from. There is a thread on the inside, if you can quite make it out. There's about, I don't know, 5mm from the edge, and then there's a small thread on the inside for about another maybe 6mm, and then I think it's clean all the way through from there. So yeah, interesting one. Any idea what that's from? Let me know. Okay, so I'm getting a bit better at pinpointing stuff now. I realise that as it's quite a sort of linear field on the coil, that if I find a target there and I get an idea of where it is sort of up and down in line with the field on the coil, so if it's there, and then if I rotate 90 degrees and do the same thing, I can almost like do a cross, you know, two lines, make a cross and pinpoint where it is that way. So that seems to be working so far in the last few finds. I've got another one here, let's have a little dig and see what's there. There it is. Yep, another bit of aluminium. But yeah, that sort of, you know, up and down and then left and right kind of action seems to be quite good for pinpointing the finds a little bit more accurately. So I'll keep doing that. Cool. Off to the next. Okay, that's a bit of a zip. What's left of it? There's actually another target here somewhere just over that side, so I'm going to give that another try and dig that up, and I'll show you what that is in just a moment. Okay, that other target was just another little bit of aluminium. Alright, I can confirm the Nel Tornado picks up bottle tops. Yay! Moving on. Well, this is a bit of an unusual find. I've not seen one of these before. It's a metal, sort of stubby metal cylinder. Get that in the light so you can see it. But it's got this texture on the outside. I was wondering whether it might actually be one of those sort of tags you put around a bird's foot to keep track of them. So, just looking around, I hope you're not sure if the camera's focusing correctly, but there's sort of a small map of the UK with some sort of emblem over the top there. And moving around, we've got GB 15 and a large letter S, and then a number 23766. I thought it was one of those clothing markers you get on coat hangers at first to say the size, and it may still be something like that, but I've not seen anything like that before. So yeah, if you can identify that for me, drop a comment down below, and hopefully we can work together and figure out what it is. Okay, moving a little further up the beach now because the tide's just chasing me down, and I found this. I think this is a glasses or sunglasses arm. It's broken off. If anyone recognises that, it might be a brand logo. DA perhaps? I don't know which way around that would be actually. Could be anything. Can't see any brand name on it anywhere, it's just that. So yeah, if you know what that is, let me know. Okay, another ring pull. There's another top de la bottle. Moving on. Okay, finally found my first coin of the day. Let's have a look. Looks like it's probably a 2p. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, 2p. 1980. 1980. 2p. That's what, 40 years old. Cool. Let's hope we find a couple more. Thank goodness for that. I was starting to wonder whether we'll find any coins today. So there's a 2p we've just found, and right next door we've got ourselves, I think, a 5p. No, that's a 1p. No, I'm mistaken, that is a 1 pence piece. 1989 on that one. That's a 1p. There's the portcullis. Off we go. Okay, looks like we've got another coin. Let's have a little look. Oh. What is that? Okay. Bit puzzled. Can't see anything on that side. It seems to be just flat metal on that side. That's bizarre. What's that? I don't understand. I don't know what that is. I thought it was maybe a 1p when I pulled it out, but that side looks like it's completely smooth apart from a little rim around the outside. And that side, it's got two really deep grooves going through it. No, really don't know. Alright, if you've got any idea what that is, please drop me a comment down below because I really want to find out. Now, I found a few of these recently. It's a Schrader valve off of a bicycle or similar. Okay, I found another coin. I think it's another old pound. I found quite a few of these in the last few weeks as well. See if I can get a bit of this grime off of it. Yeah, it's definitely an old pound. Let's just check the date on this side. There's the Queen. 2000. Year 2000. Pound coin.
coin of the bun variety, and there's the Welsh Dragon on the back. Great stuff. Okay, had a really strong signal coming up right at the non-ferrous end of the scale, and it is this. Not sure what it is. At first I thought it might have been one of those fidget spinners that the kids had a few years back, but looking at it more closely, I'm not sure. It could be. It could well be, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Have a closer look. If you think you know, think you can identify that for me, you know where the comments section is, right down below, just below the subscribe button, hint. And yeah, let me know what you think that is. Odd.
Okay, that's it for the hunt this week. Let's have a look and see how we got on with the new Nel Tornado coil. So starting with our bottle tops, we've got two bottle tops. A little bits of scrap metal there. More aluminium than I think I've ever picked up on a hunt before. So much of that today. So I wonder how much of that I've missed when I've been down here before. There's that bit of a key. Host of ring pulls. There's that Schrader valve. Schrader is one of the types of valve you get on bikes. Same sort of one you get on a car. But I found a few of those in the last few weeks. There's that small, I think, brass piece. Still not sure what it's from. Hope you can just about see the thread inside. Yep, so if you can identify that, let me know. This is that tag. Let me just shift my feet slightly. There we go. This is that tag I found that I suspect might be off of a bird's leg. One of the tags off the leg, but if you know different, tell me. There's that logo. Looks like the UK with an emblem over the top. GB15S and then 23766. So if you know what that is, drop me a comment down below. There's that yeah, unidentifiable piece, not sure what that's from. If you know, let me know. So it looks a bit like a fidget spinner. It could be, but if you know better, let me know. And then onto our coins. So what have we got today? We've got a 1p and a 2p in spendables. So not too valuable on the spendables today. There's our old pound coin. And then there's this bizarre piece. I've given it a squirt with a squirty bottle. There's definitely nothing on that side. It's definitely plain with a little ridge around the outside, little rim around the outside. And on the back, you've got these two deep grooves. Yeah, no idea. So if you've got any idea what that might be from, you recognise that from something, please let me know. So there we are. Yeah, I got on really well with the new coil today. It's very positive. You definitely feel like you're picking up absolutely everything below your feet. Really easy to swing, quite nice and sort of pleasant experience. So yeah, I'll be using that again next week. Thank you very much for joining me again. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I will see you again for another hunt next week. All the best.